Okay, sorry, it got cut off. So this is going to be hopefully the second half. For now, we'll call it part two because I don't know how long uh, this will take. So if I'll run out of time before I finish. Okay. So we were talking about what is a galaxy. Okay, so to understand what a galaxy is, we have to understand what a star is. Okay, so a star is a massive ball of super hot gas. A star is just like the many stars that we have in our sky, and the star is so big that it has a large gravitational pull, many times larger than any planet that we have in our solar system. Okay, so we know that our solar system is a collection of planets that orbit the sun. Okay, since we know that our sun is a star, many stars out there, we know that they also have their own planetary system, not necessarily called solar systems, because ours is called the solar system because our sun is the sole part of solar system derives from a Latin word for that they gave our sun. Okay, so but they have their own planets in orbit in their planetary systems. Okay, so not just our sun. Our sun is not the only star that has planets revolving around them. Okay, as far as we know, our our solar system is the only one that has life um, on it. But uh, hopefully, as the technology progresses, we'll be able to find other planets that can sustain life out there. Okay, so um, then we go on to define what a galaxy is. So a galaxy is a collection of stars and gas that orbit around the center of the galaxy. Okay, so our sun is just one of millions or billions of stars in our galaxy. Our galaxy is called the Milky Way galaxy. Okay, so here I have a little diagram of a planet and where it could be found on a solar system, and um, how our solar system is just a tiny speck in the Milky Way galaxy. Okay. Mm, Notice how the galaxy looks like a swirling, maybe kind of like an octopus, right? It has its arms that are reaching out. All those arms are made of stars and gas. Okay. Okay, so what I want you to do right now is go ahead and draw a white arrow, either on your screen or in your notebooks. I'll giving you a figure here. So go ahead and draw a white arrow pointing to the center of this galaxy. Draw a blue arrow pointing to a star near the center, and then draw a red arrow pointing to a star on the outer edge. Go ahead and take a minute to do that. Okay, so if um, if you did this correctly, the white arrow should be pointing at the center of gravity in the solar system. I mean, in the galaxy. Sorry. Oh, sorry. Okay. So the blue arrow should be pointing at a star near anyone that you can see. I like this one here. Okay. A star near the center of um, at the center of the galaxy. And we should have a red arrow pointing at a star on the outer edge. Okay. So it should look something a little something like this. Okay. Did anyone get anything different? Anyone want to come up and show the class, or put on your screen, share to the class your the arrows you have drawn? Okay, and then we'll go on to one of the last things that I want to discuss about a galaxy. Okay, so one thing is that our solar system can be found on the outer edge of the Milky Way. So something a little like where this red arrow would be, that is approximately where our solar system is on the Milky Way galaxy. Okay. So if you look at this picture, you can see that it's swirling. Okay. I try to get an image there with a little bit of motion. So you can see that this galaxy, it would be swirling in towards the center. Okay, much like you ever see those coin machines at the mall, where you put in a quarter and it rolls around the edges, getting closer and closer to the middle as it makes a revolution around the center. Okay, in a similar way, these the stars are revolving around the center. Okay, so what this tells us is that the kind of like the planets revolve around, um, well, first off, of kind of how the moon revolves around the sun, around the earth. Our planets, like the earth, revolves around the sun, and then these suns or stars um, revolve around the center of the galaxy. Okay, so what is at the center of the galaxy? What is the gravitational center? Where's the center of gravity? What is causing the gravitational pull? Okay, so that is at the center of the galaxy. We find a black hole. Okay, so a black hole is a region of space where the gravity is so massive that nothing can escape it. That's why we call it a black hole, because not even light can escape the gravitational pull of the black hole. Okay, we're not exactly sure what that would look like because we have no visual. Okay, so we get our visuals from light reflecting off of things um, like the light hitting this wardrobe behind me. The light hits it, and the colors that are reflecting off of it is the brown, the wooded color. Okay, so but in this the black hole, we don't get light reflecting back at us. Everything is just being absorbed in there. No light is escaping it, so we're not exactly sure what it looks like. We just know that um, that is what is pulling everything towards the middle. Okay, so when you look at this galaxy um, from a distance, like the figure that we have there of the galaxy, we see that the center is the brightest point. So you would wonder why we say that it's a black hole, but we're not close enough to see where the all this light is being pulled in. What we see are the stars that are clustered together, kind of like if we got several light bulbs and put them in one location, that would be the brightest point of the room. Okay, so all these stars are clustered, around the center, and their combined glow produce the bright light to our eyes. Okay, so but the black hole can be found at the center, and it is pulling the stars and gas closest to it, while keeping all these other ones on the outer edges in orbit around it. Okay, that's how powerful the gravitational pull of the center is in the galaxy. Okay, so uh, to summarize, everything in space is revolving around larger bodies with so much mass and so much gravity that they keeps them in orbit around them. Okay, and the this is a it's a little bit difficult to kind of visualize this phenomenon, because one, we can't really see them uh, unless we're looking. We can't really look at our own galaxy because we're in it, and to us it would just seem like a bunch of stars um, huddled together. Um, but what we can look at is we can look at other galaxies that through satellite images we've seen other galaxies that are far out from ours. Okay, so ours is not the only galaxy in the universe. Okay, the universe is so big that there are thousands of galaxies within our universe. Okay, so just to give you a bit of insight into how big, how how massive the universe is, everything that exists. Okay, it's just something to think about. Okay, so what I want you to do now for the last few minutes, go ahead and take this time to summarize what you learned. You could either do the option one and draw and label 3 diagrams, including the name of what you're drawing, the object, the center of gravity, and something that is orbiting it. Okay, or you can do option two and type 3 to 5 sentences summarizing what we learned. Okay, go ahead and do that now. Okay, and then next week we'll be talking about we'll talk about a little bit more about black holes. And go ahead and, like, if you have any questions, you could also type these into or write these in your journal, and we can go over them at the beginning of class next week. Okay, thank you guys for joining me. Thank you guys for your behavior in class. For and we will meet again next class period. Okay, and that is my lesson for the day. Mr. Goldberg, I hope that you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, I'm sure we're going to do we'll get to them later. Okay, thank you. And one last thing I wanted to mention before you go is that this lesson is in 2 parts. So this is, as I said at the beginning, this is the second half. So altogether, this lesson was 30 minutes long, and that is not including the questions that I have them do independently. So altogether, this lesson would have taken about 45 minutes. Okay, thank you.